So arm wrestling, genuinely, I didn't even do it for the views. I did it at first because I got beat by a girl.
That holy fuck.
I
Who
got
is this
beat.
chick?
You know what?
Who is this chick?
Listen, so
If you've been following my channel for a while now, you know all I post is arm wrestling, everything arm wrestling content related, but I've been lifting weights since I was 16, and one of the individuals that inspired me to lift weights and watching him on YouTube, watching him hit PRs so frequently, just the intensity, the emotion, the passion for the lifting, that is Larry Wheels that I'm talking about. And it's super cool to see his progression in arm wrestling and how far he's come. Now, in a podcast with Bradley Martin, he goes over in detail kind of what motivated him to start arm wrestling and his progression, how it's gone, and there's a lot of gems in here, so I recommend watching till the end. But this is right when he's asked about arm wrestling, and he said some interesting stuff.
What about when you're arm wrestling? Were you like, was arm wrestling, did that, not necessarily in this whole dating stuff, going to a different topic, but did that get you like a much different audience?
Right. So arm wrestling, genuinely, I didn't even do it for the views. I did it at first because I got beat by a girl.
That holy fuck.
Who is this
chick?
You know what?
Who is this chick?
Listen, so
Bro, we need to beat her up.
Right?
That's insane.
He's referring to Alex Toproll's girlfriend, wife, I believe so. I believe that's who he's referring to. Now, if you don't know who that is, she's an amazing arm wrestler. I've seen her on Arm Wrestling TV, which is like one of the OG arm wrestling footage channels with so much amazing arm wrestling footage. Now, this is actually a video, I believe, of what he's referring to. Him losing to Alexandra and then training there. And it's crazy that's what motivated him to start. Just, I mean, it must be pretty humbling. I know what it's like because when I started, I was probably 230, 240 pounds at 19 years old, 20 years old, and losing to 160-pound guys in practice. I'm like, what is this arm wrestling stuff? I always thought it was so fascinating when I watched like Devin and Matt Mask, and I thought I would be decent at it. And then you get humbled real quick if you come into it thinking you're just going to crush everyone. That's like a constant theme in arm wrestling that, like, you know, people who are massive or like bodybuilders and stuff think they'll be good immediately. Now, obviously, they have potential, but you can't just jump into the sport immediately from day one and expect to do amazing. So it's pretty cool how Larry Wheels talks about that first moment where he was kind of got hooked with arm wrestling.
Insane.
Tell me about it. I
Wait,
know. Get the mob
how
on
much
her.
does she weigh?
So she wasn't, you know, what you might. So if you envision a girl that can beat Larry Wheels arm wrestling, you might be envisioning like a fucking She-Hulk, right?
Yeah.
She wasn't.
I'm thinking.
She
So
was
how
like-
much did she weigh?
She was like 5'7", like 160 tops.
What the fuck, bro?
Arm wrestling. So
How much did you weigh when you arm wrestled her?
I was fresh off of a strongman competition, so I was huge.
Bro, what
Yeah,
the
he was
fuck?
looking massive.
No.
He looked
But I
almost
know,
300
listen, I know,
pounds in that
you're
video.
going to talk about next, but I know arm wrestling
Right.
is all technique. All technique. Right?
Technique, power, strength, explosiveness. I wouldn't say all technique. Some people, like, you hear them say, like, you know, it's all technique when they lose or something like that, or they're a little new to the sport. Now, obviously, technique is a huge factor, but it's tendon strength, it's coordination, it's muscle memory. Obviously, it's musculature because having muscle is strength. So there's just so many factors to it.
Right?
Well, it's not just that.
Well, then how the fuck did she win?
And
She
there
was
you go.
stronger.
Yeah. Larry knows what's up. Larry knows the way of the arm wrestler. Larry's a legit arm wrestler. He knows what he's talking about now for damn sure. She was stronger in the areas that matter, as he's about to say.
But let me tell you where she was stronger in the muscles that matter in arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Only arm wrestlers train
Rise,
these muscles. For example,
pronation.
pronation, wrist rise, wrist flexion,
Wrist
containment
flexion.
So
strength,
where'd she beat you? She beat you
Containment,
at the wrist? Where'd she
supination.
beat you?
all the above.
You see Larry
Because
just
from
was
here to here,
completely
right, besides
extended,
crushing strength,
and she
I
was
developed
staying tight,
that strength that
attacking
matters
the
in arm
fingers.
wrestling. That coupled with no technique awareness just spelled the recipe for this girl's going to beat you in arm wrestling.
So you could just grab her hand real tight, but she just rocks you.
That's right. She just turned me palm up, got me
Yeah,
on
that's
bicep,
exactly-
which is a very vulnerable
exactly
position
what
in arm
happened
wrestling.
there.
Everyone be palm up, and the rest was history.
You gotta like give it up almost.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Larry is so much better now at not getting turned palm up and maintaining really a good position with rise and side pressure to where he stays stable right here. He's not immediately going on his bicep and someone is taking his hand. When I pulled him, I was so impressed. What an absolute monster. Would love to arm wrestle with him again, train with him again on the table for sure.
Damn, you couldn't even like muscle her in?
I couldn't.
Whoa, so
she was quick. You know, she got on my. I was just like, what just happened?
She had to have been doing it for time though.
Oh yeah, she's good. She's good what she does.
Yeah,
but let's not forget, she's a 5'7" or 6", 150, 60-pound girl, right? And she beat me at arguably one of my biggest and strongest forms.
Welcome to arm wrestling.
Form, but up there.
And so then you were like, wait a sec, what the fuck is this arm wrestling shit? So then you were like,
oh yeah. I didn't sleep for a few days after that.
I would have been like scarred.
I was like,
he didn't sleep for a few days. That's got to be an exaggeration, or maybe it was due to Tren and him not being able to sleep for that reason. Who knows?
Thinking about what was I doing my whole life? Like, why am I doing all these PRs if I can't beat a girl at arm wrestling?
Dude, I really thought your arm wrestling She-Hulk, but it's not. That's crazy. Okay, so she smokes you, and you're like, whoa, wait, you don't sleep for like 3 days. Then you're like, wait a minute, dude, I need to figure this arm wrestling shit out now.
That's right. I said, I need to figure this out.
Yup. I can totally relate to Larry from when I was a beginner and just remembering how I started. And, you know, if you lose, you have two options. Either give up and quit, or train even harder, train even smarter, find out why. Why are you losing? What do you need to be doing better?
Happen so it never happens again. That was the main reason. I just wanted to prevent that ever happening again.
I don't think you're ever going to arm wrestle a girl again and lose, dude. I don't think you can ever do that.
No. I've gotten a lot better since then, but I've taken a lot of L's. It's been very humbling. I've lost to so many. So you can imagine losing to girls. So
you got to lose to learn. That's the thing. You really got to lose to learn. In a sport like arm wrestling, if you're afraid to lose and afraid to put yourself out there, you're not going to grow as much. That's for damn sure, in my opinion.
These small guys that are really good at arm wrestling, that are 100% stronger than girls, right? And I've lost a ton to them, right? There's a famous video of this very tiny, petite Indian arm wrestler. His name is Rahul Panikkar. He's like 5'3", you know, has this one mutant arm.
5'3"?
He's tiny, dude. He is maybe 140, 150. Mutant arm, though. Like, one arm is literally bigger and longer than the other. Like, he was born for arm wrestling. It's like a Hellboy arm.
He was born, he just arm.
I'm going to show the footage of this in a second.
Yeah, that's right. He was like 70% arm. And literally, it was longer and like 40% bigger than his other arm. And he beat me with that arm.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is actually crazy training footage, amazing training footage, and you can just see how good the guy is that's going against Larry. Now, this is, I don't know if this is the first time they arm wrestled, but this is the video I found of them training together. And, well, this is actually like a practice super match, basically. So they did a super match in practice. So this is match number 1. You can just see Larry is like 3 times the size of this guy. So ref straightening the hands here. I'm going to skip to the action when it happens. So that was a slip. He was able to slip out. They go into the straps. I missed the strap match. Let's see. Yeah, he went right to the pad and the straps. So Larry is winning. That made it look easy, but this is not over. This is not over. Round 2, he's able to slip again. I guess they called a foul on him. Here's a restart. You can just see this. Look at the arm difference, the size of the arms between each of these guys. That comparison is crazy. That's why it shocks so many people when someone that's a lot smaller can beat someone bigger. But as you can see right now, it's still Larry winning 2-0. But this is match 3. This is when Rahul gets a great position in Larry's hand, is able to stretch him out and get him palm up, which is what he was talking about. That's a position you don't want to be in arm wrestling. So there's a win. Here's the beginning of the end for Larry in this match. Match 4, again, great hand position, pronation intact from Rahul, and Larry's palm under. And he slowly takes him to the pad with complete hand control. This other guy, definitely a skilled arm wrestler. You can see his abilities, his hand control abilities here. Here's match 5, just holding in the hand, just steadily applying pressure into Larry's fingers, and he's completely got the hand position, the hand control here. Technical masterclass. You see him transitioning down when Larry goes down. That's a foul on Larry. Here's the restart. This time Larry is able to slip because Larry feels his hand is not able to hold on. And in the strap. Let's see if the power is enough for Larry in the strap here. Rahul, again, with a great hand position, able to stretch out Larry. Larry's getting so stretched out. This is like 2 years ago. So Larry has gotten so much better since then. That's crazy, crazy, crazy impressive from Rahul there. To beat Larry, obviously he was new in the sport at the time, but just goes to show the abilities of arm wrestlers who train specifically for the sport.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, but he's a petite Indian guy, like 5'3", maybe 5'4", 100, super skinny, shoulders about, this wide, just petite, right? And he beat me. So I took so many L's from girls, from small dudes.
Yep.
And, these L's, like, fucking, hit me deep. I'm like, I just want to at least be able to beat someone my own size, So
yeah.
That's disgust for losing just, kept me
Yep.
going.
Either quit or you get better, and Larry's an example of pushing through and getting better.
You do pretty well. You've arm wrestled some of like the best arm wrestlers.
Yeah, I just about collaborate with all of them at this point, and we even went as far as starting an arm wrestling federation. We have super matches every season.
He's talking about King of the Table, which is very successful.
We have a pay-per-view event every few months.
Great event.
We're up to our 7th now. People love it, and we have our die-hard arm wrestling community. It's not like boxing or any other pay-per-view sport.
Yeah.
But they love it. And I love it.
What about slap fighting? Dana White.
That's awesome. So now they talk about other stuff, but I thought it was really cool just hearing Larry talk about his influence when he started the sport, what got him so motivated, so hooked, and wanted to show those 2 examples of him losing in practice and him getting stronger from that. Clearly, that motivated him a lot, and it was a cool story. So what do you guys think about Larry Wheels and his progression? I'm hoping he continues to put a lot of effort into arm wrestling, because I know he's doing bodybuilding right now. He's trying to go for a pro card in classic physique. I've been watching his channel, as I have since I was 16, 17. It's a great fitness channel. He has a lot of other fitness people on there, and arm wrestlers, power lifters, people from all the strength world. But like I said, I hope he continues in arm wrestling and does more competitions, maybe after he gets a classic physique pro card, or we'll see if he'll be able to mix in arm wrestling with the bodybuilding. But let me know your thoughts on this. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Time to get even more massive.